Hey guys, it's your girl Leisha, aka Geek X Tech Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Delicious in the Dungeon. We're now into episode 17, which is called Harpy / Chimera. Another Chimera. Oh dear. Okay. So in the last episode, we learned about more of the ecosystem of the dungeon. We found out about these little creatures that kind of, basically put the dungeon back to the way it was after it suffers any form of damage, which turned out to be clutch because then Leos didn't have to look at the mess that was his sister or what they'd done in order to bring his sister back. And we also had the revelation to Shiro of what had happened as far as bringing Falin back. Everyone now, Shiro's group, including that other group that's kind of stalking Leos and his group, they all know now that Marcel used dark magic and they're clearly not too happy with it. So yeah, apparently using dark magic is a big no-no in their community, and it's going to come down to whether or not they choose to tell on Leos or not. So we'll have to see how they take that information now that that cat's out of the bag. So let's jump into the episode. Just before I do though, a reminder that if you'd like to know when episodes drop, please do hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Yeah, you don't get to say that. Thank you. You absolutely would have. That's really why you want to cut him down, bro. I mean, I think the whole group has felt that way at one point, maybe short of Senshi. Uh-oh. The way he immediately knew. He immediately knew the silence. I just don't trust this guy at all. You mean repressed? No, it's just been, I think that's a combination of things. But if it does, it does. Oh, harpies? Those are harpies. They kind of look like WoW harpies. A little bit. Yeah, everything. Everything. Right? There's a battle going on. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, these are the other people you don't know, and they have no reason to keep your secret. Pretty much nothing. Other than Falin, of course. A ninja! Oh my god, pay attention! Falin, I forgot that she changed. Sorry, sweetie. I know your heart was in the right place. I mean, you know what? That's the right attitude, because if she's stuck like this forever. She's killing people. Maybe I should back up. Restrain? How are you going to restrain that? She's going to drop her. She's about to just wreck everyone. I knew there was way too many people between these parties. Honey, I think you're going to get hurt. No, that's not Falin. No, she's really not. Right? How many people have died? Yeah, he's got a point, unfortunately. Falin is in no condition to be talking to. You can't eat her, by the way. Oh, damn, she still has her magical abilities. That's a problem. He's still chowing down. That's cute. Bye, Wolfman. Not anymore. Sorry, they said there's a price to pay with dark magic, and now you know what it is. Yeah, look at that. Your own sword is saying you can't trust her right now. Don't fall for it. Sorry, but that dragon blood has got her all messed up. I mean, most people would have hesitated. Whoa. We don't need to see that. Whoa. Okay. She's like, getting naked's the way to go. All right. That's a damn good spell. Damn, everyone in Shiro's party gone. Really? That was the way you had to exit? Maybe they can be rezzed? Oh, thank God. She was pretty good. She did actually shock her. That makes sense. No, I think we're good with magic for now. That is exactly what happened. Oh. I mean, probably. He likes monsters a lot. That is a plan. Ooh. Good sir. Yeah, kind of deserved. Because we're serious than you. He doesn't like to be hit. I think people knew that already. Because he was cock blocking? I mean, come on, bro. It was clearly unintentional. You knew he was dense, though, then dropping hints is not gonna work. Hair pulling. Really, boys? Yep, this is some brother fights right here. How long do we have to watch this? I mean, this thing could come back, you know. Right? Thank you. You're in the open. We're not taking anything from this dungeon. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to wait a minute, Marcel. They just found out about the black magic. Yep, that's our half. What are they called? Half foots? He's not wrong. He's like, rice ball? Fair. No, that was not inadequacy. That was something different. She got eaten. And she was supposed to be a mind reader? Sir. Yeah, well, that's going to be a lesson for you for the next relationship. That is kind of weird. Oh. Yeah, you kind of just died. Interesting. Okay. He loves monsters. Like, loves them. Are they though? Exactly. And sheer determination. And you can't let that happen? You could ask him. Okay, I thought Leos was actually going to do the cooking. But he's helping. He's making rolled eggs. Harpy egg. Where'd they get the harpy egg? You know what? I don't want to know. It's just the eggs. What do you think's going to happen? You're going to turn into a harpy when you eat it? People pleaser? Why is he sweating so hard? You know it's good. Oh, it's a door. How nice. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Oh, cool. Oh, he said you can come and bring your black magic to my kingdom. Don't die. That's the closest thing to I love you you're gonna get. She's like, I don't want to hold this portal open forever. Thanks. I mean, was he wrong though? I mean, I know she did it out of the goodness of her heart, but you know, as I've said before, almost every type of show or whatever I've read or watched about the black magic, there's a reason why it's usually outlawed. It's not just because it's for nefarious purposes, but a lot of times it's because there are side effects and they're usually pretty bad, or there's a price that needs to be paid that is so much heavier than the wielder ever thinks it's going to be. So yeah, they couldn't have possibly anticipated this. Although I do believe Falin when she said it's not really, well, the black magic part is responsible for the dragon blood and whatever spell it was under being in Falin's body now. So that unfortunately is on Marcel. I don't think, but again, she couldn't have possibly known that the creatures in this dungeon would be under the dark magicians or the, what's it called, lunatic magician's spell, right? Now, is that something that maybe if they'd taken some time to think about it, they might have maybe came up with? Maybe. It's a big maybe, honestly. They still don't, it sounds like no one fully understands how this dungeon works in its entirety. So, you know, but we'll give her a pass because again, like as they kind of argued about at the beginning of this episode, you know, very much if Shuro had been there, he would have been very much in favor of Falin doing, it's not Falin, sorry, of Marcel doing whatever was necessary to bring Falin back, right? So, I mean, was it the right choice? I mean, one could argue it, right? Like maybe she shouldn't have used the dragon blood, right? Maybe they should have, well, no, she was worried about the bones breaking, right? That's why they didn't want to move it. That's right. But even with that though, if she was scared of the bones breaking if you transported it, like they could have potentially had someone go back, i.e. Chilchuck, since he's dying to leave anyway, and he could have found other animals or small, maybe not monsters, but he could have found, you know, those other floors that have like sheep and goats and whatever else they said that they used, right? So all that to say, was there other options? Yes. But after everything they'd been through, it was a desperate decision, so to speak. And, you know, now they're figuring out the price tag that comes with, you know, playing with a magic that they don't fully comprehend. And again, it's not really, I realize it's not really Marcel's spell that was directly the problem, but at least she was able to figure out that the lunatic magician had done something to the dragon. And that is what is controlling Falin right now, because of course, Falin's literally full of this dragon's blood. So there is no differentiation between them. And we saw that she was herself for at least the first 24 hours of being rezzed. And then as soon as the lunatic magician pulled the strings, she was gone. So yeah, sad to see her like that. Sad to see the way, you know, she just ripped up those people so cold blooded and then had the audacity to look at her brother and be like, Mitan, like, no, no, not the time. But, you know, I really do wonder what's going on in Falin's head though, because we haven't seen much of what her thoughts or feelings are on this situation since the magician basically put her on her knees. So yeah. And I do wonder if there's any possible way she can fight what's happening to her, right? Or she's trying, who knows? But anyway,
But yeah, most of this episode is really about, well, obviously showing us where the state of Falin is. We did see last episode that she had already been changed, but this was more of the conversation between Shuro and Leos, and rehashing some stuff that clearly has been on Shuro's mind for a long time. Like he said with Leos, he just is kind of. I'm thinking of the Kendrick Lamar song, and I hate the way you walk. I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Right, homie was like, I can't stand you, but really it was just because, poor Leos was unintentionally blocking his attempts to try to win Falin over. But anyway, in the end, it's brother stuff, right? The way they were fighting is very much the way brothers fight. They clearly care about each other and respect each other. But yeah, Shuro is in no condition to stay in the dungeon. Like they said, he's malnourished, he's tired. He literally hasn't taken a break since the beginning of the season, really, on the surface and then coming down here. So he says he doesn't want to come back to the island. That's very understandable at this point. He wants to just go home and try to forget everything. But, he said, listen, you can pass it along to Falin, that I'm still interested in her answer. But, I think he's pretty much accepted that it's probably not going to happen, because I also feel like he may not be able to accept. Like, you saw how Leos was so Leos, and that when he saw that his sister was now a Chimera, he was like, that's cool. Instead of being horrified, he was like, wow. Which, I mean, we love him for that, and we love that he would love his sister no matter what. But I just have a hard time believing that Shuro would be okay. Like, what if she can't transform back? Is he going to really be okay with marrying a half chicken dragon lady? Like, I just feel like he's not quite that cool. So anyway, I'm glad that was kind of set out and we kind of got a little bit of history there. I think it's very interesting, though, that the show is like, I would have thought that because we brought back these two party members that maybe at some point they'd rejoin. But now in both cases, with, I forgot the name of the dwarf, she left. And now we have Shuro has decided to go back. I mean, he needs to. He didn't look healthy at all. But yeah, I just find it interesting that no one's staying. Like, I guess it's just going to have to be this core group of four, which is fine. I feel like that's, they've definitely built the story up around these guys. But yeah, I just thought maybe someone would be sticking around. I think it would definitely be helpful to have more hands than not, but it is what it is. And then we saw with the curly haired guy, I can't remember his name though, but he, it looks like he's warmed to Leos. I was really scared after the last episode that he'd feel like he needed to stop Leos at all costs because of the dark magic thing. But after seeing everything that happened and, hearing the argument between Shuro and Leos, I think he's starting to understand that Leos really is because we saw that a few episodes back, he thought it was all an act, but now he's starting to realize that no, Leos really is just this guy. Like this, there's no subterfuge here. There's no act. He really is just a guy who is absolutely obsessed with monsters, who actually is very smart and diligent. And like he said, he's not the best fighter or the best adventurer out there, but he's the most tenacious and motivated. So he actually could pull this off, but he does have worries, like he said, about whether or not Leos would make the right decision if he does in fact destroy the magician, because, if he does become the master of the dungeon, what's he going to do with it? And now because of the dark magic thing, he's understandably like, will he really make the right choice, or would he do something else? So he did say he would meet up with Leos next time. So I don't think he's necessarily done. He may try to, I don't know, he might try to catch up again, but we already knew that from a couple episodes back that him and his party are out of food, they're out of supplies, like they need to go back to the surface regardless to, get geared up again. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of his people didn't want to go back now that his whole party got wiped. So again, for the third time. So anyway, it was a good episode. I thought that was a good way, for Leos to see the lay of the land and understand kind of where things are with his sister. But yeah, we see that while right now his sister is unreachable. Yeah, I love the fact that when Shuro pushed him for what are you going to do? You can't rush in headlong. You saw your sister made quick work of us. There's no way you can fight her. What are you going to, and besides the emotional connection as well, what are you going to do? And, as usual, Leos actually does pretty well with thinking under pressure. And he's like, I'm going to take out the magician, right? That's the only other way to end this, is if I take out the magician, hopefully the spell that was cast will be reversed, and then we can see if we're able to actually work with the real Falin and see what we can do with what's left. So that's the new mission. It's still save Falin, but save her from herself, I guess, at this point. But yeah, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.